Oxbow Meadows.
Road trip.
Let's do it.
While I was shooting the Westfield, I noticed when we was in the air, I had noticed another building that was right next to Westfield, and I found out that's like an animal reserve or something. So I went in there and met a few folks, and I told them, I promised them I'll come back and we'll do a little documentary on them. And now we're here and we're gonna see what it's all about.
Yep. I didn't realize that when Chris was flying, he was talking about Oxbow Meadows. So Oxbow Meadows is a place where in Columbus, Georgia, is pretty known. A lot of people go there and take their classes, take their kids, take their friends, and they have a lot of little cool animals. But like Chris said, it's an animal reserve, so it's not crazy big, but the people are pretty cool there. And,
Pretty impressive.
they're a really big customer of ours. We're going to be doing a lot of things with them in the future. They're a great partner. We're going to be doing a lot of birthday parties. If you're in town, if you're going to do Oxbow Meadows and you want to have your birthday party, definitely ask them about Star Action Cinema, and we're going to include you in what we do, give you a DVD and things like that. They have alligators and snakes and turtles and tortoise. I guess, is it turtles or tortoise?
I think they're the tortoises.
The tortoise.
Big thing.
What's the difference between a tortoise and a turtle?
Well, I believe the tortoises are, I guess take the easy way out, they're just big. I think they're just straight up bigger. You don't know.
I don't either. I don't know. I don't know what it.
I don't know either, man.
Here's what I think. Maybe the tortoise, I think when they're bigger, maybe it's because they're one lives in the dirt, one lives in the water. You know what? I think I'm gonna look it up before this video's over. I'm gonna Google it. I tell you what, I'm gonna Google it, and I'm not gonna Google it and drive because one, I'm gonna crash, and two, it's against the law here in Georgia. But I'm gonna Google it and see what the difference is, so we'll know a little bit more about that one. One of the things about this business is, you know, it's always fun when we get to do these road trips and find new things. But the other thing is when we find great customers like Oxbow Meadows and we do partnerships with them so that we can do birthday parties and events, and like another one of our partners let us do weddings and things like that. One, you know, it definitely supports our business, so we like to support them as well. But this is going to be more of a promotional video, if nothing else, even though we're going to have a little bit of fun when we get there. And definitely going to get Chris to hold a snake. I heard he had issues with snakes, but
Oh, I got issues with the snakes, but I definitely don't feel like touching any of them. I'll watch them and everything, but I don't know about holding them or anything. I hope they don't ask me to hold them. You know, I'll look at them, but Chris don't do no snakes or airplanes.
when you live out in the South and you're out in the outside of the city area, you know, snakes is like an everyday thing. Now, I don't know if it's a big deal where most of you guys subscribers are, but where we are, you're gonna see a lot of snakes. If you don't see a lot of live snakes, you're definitely gonna see a lot of dead snakes on the road. A lot of roadkill. We have a lot of roadkill in the South, so I think a lot of you guys know that already.
Anytime we go out and we're doing our little road trips that's in the woods, I'm always bumping into them things. They always seem to find me, or I always seem to find them, but I see snakes every single time I go out. I do not know why, and I hate it.
I live a little bit outside the city limits, so the law's a little bit lax where we are. We can do pretty much anything we want. So if the snakes come up to me, shame on them if they come close to us. Where I live, anyway. I guess I better not say that, but I'm gonna say, if a snake come near me, shame on them. I'm sorry, shut up. I won't say it again. No, I'm gonna say it again. Look. If they stay on their side of my yard, we're okay. But if they come near me out in the county, I'm sorry for them.
Now, I'm a little different. I'm more terrified with snakes than Tim, but I love all the animals. I hate them, but I hate to kill any kind of creature. I don't know, that makes me a pacifist or whatever. I hate to kill any kind of creature, but at the same time, I'm terrified of all the creatures. So what I tend to do is, I will even risk moving the creatures just to keep from killing them. But I'm terrified of. But I hate to kill creatures. But I'm terrified of it. Almost everything,
you know. I can agree with that. Now, I don't like killing anything just to be killing anything. And you know, this may go against a lot of our subscribers because we do have a lot of hunters on our list. So I apologize up front when I say this. I'm kind of like Chris. I don't want to kill anything, but I will say this: if you know where I am, I'm just gonna call it the county because that's what they call it where we live. where I am, if you attack me, if you're coming through me and you're threatening me, I'm probably not gonna run.
Yeah, you're a true deer meat guy, man. Our deer meat people love you, man. Both Jake and deer meat people love you, bro. You're definitely a deer meat guy, though. I think you're slanted more towards the deer meat.
You know, I guess, you know, I have.
Yeah, you're a deer meat guy.
Maybe I am. Maybe I am. All right.
Just go and embrace it. Just go and own it, man. Don't have no shame. You're a deer meat guy, man.
Great. All right. We made it here. Again, not that hard to find. We've been here. Made it to Oxbow Meadows, Columbus, Georgia. Here we go. All right. So we finally made it to Oxbow Meadow. We're going to meet some cool people here. They said they're going to show us around. We're going to find some alligators, some snakes. We're going to put a snake around Chris. Yeah, we're going to put a snake around Chris. He said he's not going to hold a snake. We're going to get him to hold a snake. He has some phobias. We're going to conquer him.
I can't see that happening, guys, but we'll see.
We're going to give him a snake. He's definitely holding a snake.
Okay. I'm definitely going to do that.
He's going to hold a snake. All right. Tim and Chris, hey, we're at Oxbow Meadow today. It's kind of a cloudy morning, but that's okay. We're here with Mike and Lauren. They're going to tell us a little bit about Oxbow Meadow and show us around the landscape. But first, can you tell us a little bit about the exhibit in general and how you got started?
Sure. So Oxbow Meadows is a group effort between Columbus State University and Columbus Waterworks, our regional water utility here. It's been about 21 years, going on 22 years now we've been in operation. And we're all about trying to connect the visitors and the citizens to the local nature in the area.
Okay. What's your favorite animal in here? What would you say the favorite animals of a lot of your visitors and things like that?
So it's probably a toss-up between the large reticulated python snake that we have, which is actually a baby, considered the one we used to have.
Okay.
And our alligators, which people just seem to love.
I've
What did you
heard,
say, Lauren?
Yeah, and a lot of kids like the tortoises.
The tortoises,
tortoises,
too.
okay.
Yeah.
Now I've heard a lot about alligators. Now, do you have big alligators out in the wild, or just little ones here?
So we have little ones here that are about 3.5, 4 feet long. They'll get bigger, but we have native to our region. We have some big alligators out there that are in some of the ponds and in the river.
Now, when Chris gets up and he starts flying, I see a lot of trees. I've heard there's a big pond out, I guess, on the other side of these trees that may have some in the wild. Do you typically see a lot in the wild?
We have two small ones that we see routinely out in that pond, and then a larger one that we see every now and then. So it must move around a little bit.
So we're gonna send Chris out there. So you're gonna go.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually do a flight later on and see if I can actually spot one of those big ones on the lake too. By the way, so after we do a little tour,
just go this way, not that way.
Yeah,
we'll definitely stay on this side.
Yeah, we'll definitely stay on that side.
Now I heard you're gonna go out near the water and kind of wade through it and kind of.
Yeah, let's see if I can find a couple out there in the wild.
Okay.
See if I can find a couple out in the wild.
You sure? You sure? Okay.
I hope I'm sure.
We have some tips for you in case you decide to do that.
Now, what's the best way to get the alligator to come to you?
You don't want it to come to you.
Right, is not do it. The best way is not to do it.
it.
If an alligator comes to you, that means it's been habitualized, meaning it knows humans and it's not afraid of them, and that's when they're dangerous.
Okay.
We won't have no problem getting them to come to us. I don't think so. Yeah.
Chris is the brave one. He likes to take some chances and see what he can do. First, thank you for your business. Thank you for letting us come out here. We're gonna walk around a little bit. Mike and Lauren are gonna take us around, show us a little bit about the place, and then of course Chris is gonna get a flight, and you'll see all that at the end of the video. All right? All right, good. That's good. All right, so right now we're gonna get Chris to see if he can hold a snake. Now, Chris has a little bit of fear around snakes.
Little.
Just a little fear about snakes, but we're gonna get Chris to hold a snake. We're gonna get him over these fears. We're gonna conquer it right now.
Or I'm gonna die.
What do you think?
Or
He'll be able to conquer it.
Oh no, I don't know if this is happening, man. Oh no.
This is happening. This is happening right now. Here we go.
Why do I have to hold this snake, man? All
Right, so this is Butter, our butter
Okay.
ball python. So
I'm gonna have nightmares forever.
probably.
Does it feel different than you thought it was going to feel?
Well, I guess it does feel different, and I'm feeling terrified right now.
I could tell by the look in your face, yes.
I mean, the snake's really chill. She doesn't do a lot.
Yeah, because you know when you're not afraid, and they know you're afraid of them, that's when they probably do a lot.
No, they're more.
can't, all right.
They're clearly more afraid of
Okay,
you.
where's it
Well,
going?
maybe not more afraid of you than you are of them, but typically speaking.
Where's it going?
So nowhere.
Okay, cool.
Nowhere.
Occasionally, they'll try to go up your arm and into your shirt. But
Okay, well,
So you want to go in the shirt? Nice.
can we take turns now? I'm trying not to even laugh because I'm so terrified.
Do you want me to get her?
That might be a good idea. I appreciate that.
You want to go wash your hands now?
Oh my God. Woo.
She's such a nice.
That's the most terrifying thing I think I've ever done in my life right there. Boy, I have a
I
big
was gonna
time-
get the larger one, but they're
Thank
using
you.
her at a field trip right now. So
There's one larger than that?
we have 2 more that are larger than her.
How big? How much bigger?
I don't know how much the ground boa is, but our reticulated
I didn't
python is
even
about 9 foot long.
9 feet.
Now that I'm not holding the snake, it did feel cool. Now that I'm not holding it, it was pretty cool. But I didn't want to make no sudden move. I can't believe you just holding that thing like this.
It's really used to being
Oh, it is.
held and displayed around people. And only when the children get very, very loud does it ever really decide to get a little.
All that this one will do is she just puts herself in a ball, and she'll protect her head and literally look like a ball.
See, I was afraid that she'll detect that I'm terrified, and then usually animals don't like it when you're terrified.
No, they're not like that.
This
But
one
they're
is,
not like that, okay.
We have her. She was a neglected pet,
Okay.
and ended up being passed along to
Oh,
Oxbow to take care of. So when we first got her, she didn't want to come out of that ball shape for a while, but she's really warmed up a lot to.
I think it's the
people.
coolest thing in the world when I'm not holding it. It is pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty nice now that I'm not holding it. I love it when I'm not holding it. Yeah, it's cool. Oh, wow. Good Lord.
This is
You come
our
at the right time, too.
this is our reticulated python. They're not native to Georgia.
All right.
They're much warmer climate snake. They get to be very, very large, very, very long.
That's cool in the water.
And this one is approximately 9 feet long.
So he's not coming out.
No,
Okay.
no, we're very careful.
Thank God, thank God.
They're very powerful snakes, so we're very careful while handling them.
What kind of snake is it?
Reticulated python.
Ready? All right. This is a reticulated python. I'm getting out the way quick, and it's coming towards my head. One at a time, get out. Okay, I'll get out the way. One at a time, get out. Okay, I'll get out the way. One at a time, get out. Okay, I'll get out the way. One at a time, get out. Okay, I'll get out the way. One at a time, get out. Okay, I'll get out the way.
Our native tortoises are in here, and these are our African tortoises.
I always have to see who is who before I tell you their name.
Whoa, look at big that thing.
So this one is Bertha. And over here we have Gilligan.
And there's a smaller one all the way over there. That's Norma.
Yeah. How are you still eating?
What else? And I believe there's supposed to be something in here.
These are our native tortoises. This is called the goat.
Ah, see him.
That's
They're all
him.
very
Yeah.
grumpy.
All right. So Lauren's gonna try and dig some of these out. I heard they snap fingers off.
Oh my god.
Let's see what happens.
Come here.
She's brave.
How much you guys paying her?
I don't know.
I hope she, she's about to get a raise, huh?
If I could, I would.
I didn't really believe she was gonna really go down there and dig it out, but she's definitely a trooper.
Yes, she is. There we go. All right.
Oh, there we go. Cool.
Yay.
So you see those feet that it has, those big
There we
claws
go.
for digging in the sand. And that's about as fast as it moves.
Get close up.
Oh, you're a star.
Than that, so.
Good job, Lauren.
I have to shake your hand for that one.
Yeah.
I didn't expect you to actually go in the hole and dig them out. I
Yeah.
thought you meant you're going on the back
That's
to
what I
try to
thought,
like
too.
When
pick
people
it. And,
ask like what we do here on a daily basis, it's really hard to explain. Like I dug a tortoise out of a pool. I don't know what happened.
You want to get this?
all right.
There it goes.
So, for everyone who's watching this right now, you see what Lauren will do to get you guys out here. You've got to come out to Oxbow Meadows. It's a cool place, but just to see her alone digging tortoises out of the hole, I don't know what we're going to get her to do next. We're going to see. Oh my God. All right, so we saw Chris with the snake. I think he conquered those fears, sorta. We're going to get past that. But now Lauren and some of our friends of Oxbow, they're going to take us to see some of the alligators. We're going to do some feeding. We're going to see if they'll jump out or not. Chris is going to catch it when they jump out. We'll see what happens. All right.
Okay. All right, I got you.
They have never jumped over the fence.
Okay. No, we're threatened. That's what they do.
They can't climb that. We're
Okay.
safe.
They say they can't climb.
Yeah, that's what they say.
I stay out here.
All right. We're near the alligators. I've heard they act up. They're kind of cool. They're little baby ones. But we're going to get them to feed the alligators. They may or may not jump up and snap at us. I don't know. All right, let's see if we can get some good footage of the alligators. Oh, fight.
Yeah, not the alpha.
Here, buddy. Right here. Oh, good job, Toad. Toad. Hey.
What are those things you're feeding? What are those?
So these are just gator pellets. They're commercialized alligator food. It just makes sure that they get all their vitamins and nutrients that they need. But I'm also, once they start following the rules, I'm going to feed them some chicken too.
Okay.
So you feed them just like raw chicken, baked chicken?
Yep, it's just raw. It's chicken tenderloins that you can buy at the grocery store. All right, are you guys
That's
all
what they
good?
really love, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
It takes them a long time to get full-time.
Yeah, that could take a while. They grow up pretty good. So they're getting a little bit of chicken.
A bit scared of everybody.
She's very timid.
For good reason.
Yeah.
All right, you guys want more? You get one more each. Here and quick.
Does the turtle eat the same stuff?
The turtles are brave. I've seen them snatch the food right out of the gator's mouth. So,
Yeah, I think she's done.
Whatever name comes first.
She's the littlest one.
oh, there she goes. Yeah. I give her a really big piece. She's so little. She'll get some practice eating big stuff.
I'm sorry, is that too big for you? Actually, these guys are going to stay here for the rest of their lives.
No matter how big they get. That's cool. Yeah. That's gonna be interesting to see y'all do that when they get about 7 or 8 or 9 feet.
It'll be even more exciting.
Yes, it will.
All right, so this is Julia. Julia, what do you do here?
I am the animal curator here, so I take care of all the critters that we have.
So what kind of critters are the best? What kind of critters are the worst?
Oh my goodness. Well, my favorite are the alligators, which you just saw, because they're a whole lot of fun. Very exciting. There's one snake in particular that's not my favorite because she has bitten before.
Uh-oh. Did she bite you?
Yes, she did. Let's see, what else?
And when she bites you, what do? Do you have to go get rabies shots or something like that?
No, it was just wash it off. But everything else is pretty good. The snakes are good. The small snakes are a lot of fun too. Turtles, of course, and my favorite are the frogs, actually.
Now, do you
frogs
have-
and alligators.
Do you have any kind of
No.
venomous critters anywhere in here?
No venomous.
Well, that's no fun.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
These guys are enough. They're enough teeth for me. So.
Okay. So thank you, Julia, for doing the feeding.
Oh, no
It was
problem.
very cool. We got some good shots of it. Mike and Lauren are going to take us on a trail to see if we can find some cool alligators out in the wild. We'll see what happens. If they grab somebody, it's probably going to be Chris. It won't be me.
Oh my God.
This pond, which goes down there and extends over this way, these are all artificial ponds that were created as previous landowners mined for sand and gravel and some clay. It's all artificial. We like to bring kids out here so they can look at water quality and play around with things and scientific instruments during our field trips.
So what are the names of the two alligators out here?
Thing 1 and Thing 2.
Thing 1 and Thing 2.
Problem 1 and Problem 2.
Definitely a problem.
Oh, good. Well, thank you for that.
So we bring kids out here. We give them nets. They can poke through the slats and try to look for aquatic insects and bring it up and do some identification. Most of what we do out here at Oxbow, if you just come to visit, it's all free. We don't charge an admission. We survive on donations and the support of the University of Columbus Waterworks. We do some revenue things with large projects, large events. We have one of our biggest events coming up in November called Frogwarts, and it's about science and magic where they intermix. It's kind of a little takeoff of Harry Potter.
I like it.
So,
All right.
So thank you, Michael, Lauren, for showing us around this area. Now, for all of our subscribers, this is a swampy area. We know some of our buddies who dive down in the river and go hunting and skin alligators. That's not me. That's not Chris. So Chris is gonna fly and find something cool. I'm not jumping in there. I'm trying to convince Chris to get in there. He says he won't get in there, but I don't know. He might. Let's just see what happens. But until then, Chris is gonna give us a flight over the swampy area. He might find some alligators. He might find some snakes. He might find something cool. But for now, thank you guys for showing us around. And Chris, give us a flight. All right, so if you like what you just saw, look, please come to Oxbow Meadows. These people are great to work with. They're a lot of fun. If you saw the video, you like Chris's flight, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, tell us if we want to come to you or your local business. We're going to get Chris on a plane, whether he likes it or not. We found some cool things when we explored here. Thank you for being a part of it, and we'll see you soon.